Alright, what's up, y'all? Got another VoD review today. I think today is a gold soldier. We're just gonna read the post real quick and then we'll go to the VoD. It's my first time doing this type of thing, so if I have to import a link or something, let me know. I'm a soldier 76 main, stuck in low gold, previously bronze this season. Okay. Did damn terrible, so I thought it'd be a good one because there's money to criticize. I wasn't going to win my team either because there was something everyone probably could have done better. Alright, nice, I like that. A lot of people like to just blame teammates to, I guess, feel better about themselves. I'm glad you don't subscribe to that idea. I think this is you. You don't leave your name in the Reddit post, which I recommend you do that. Leave your name in the Reddit post if you want a VoD review. It's just, you said you're a soldier main, so I'm going to review this soldier. Hopefully this is you. What's your team comp? Sigma Zarya? Okay. Also, I noticed you're playing on console. A reason I like Soldier 76 on console. Aim assist makes, if you get your crosshair on someone, it's going to stick to them. Like, Soldier 76 on console feels really good. At least for me. It looks like you're trying to break that turret. I like the idea. It's just, alright, so popping the turret is fine here, but there's two things. One, pulse your fire a little bit more. And if you don't know what I mean by pulse your fire, I mean let go of your left click every now and then, so you reset your spread, and your shots are back on target, back in your reticle. Because the way Soldier works, your first 3 or 4 shots are on target, like they're on the reticle. Then after that, the shots 5 and 6 start straying away from your reticle, and then even more, and then even more. So, you really want to, at this range, fire in bursts of maybe 4 to 5. Don't forget to throw in a Helix rocket, because it has no damage fall off. Like, as if you really want to burn this turret, like, ASAP. Another big issue. And you're probably going to be fine, because it's the console gold Widowmaker. But, you can't really or you shouldn't be. Excuse me, if I'm teaching you the right thing to do, you shouldn't be disrespecting that Widow like that. Like, you kind of stand still in her LOS for 3 to 4 seconds. And thankfully, she doesn't shoot you. But a better Widow would have definitely killed you. But I think at this rank, you could get away with doing this. I don't recommend it, though. Like, you try to take a duel here, and I don't like it because of their range. Sure, you kind of burn her down. It's just from this range, Widow could just easily one-shot you. And you can't really burst her down with Helix Rocket. If I'm doing a Widow as Soldier, I want to get Helix Rocket involved in the fight by kind of getting much closer to her. Anyway, what I would do here is I would try to take the high ground behind the enemy. Let's look at the enemies who have verticality. Baptiste, Widow. If any of those jump up or grapple to me, I am gladly taking that 1v1 and winning it. So, feel free, if the whole enemy team is on low ground, feel free to just run all the way back here. And from here you have a much better angle than your team. From here you have a much better angle than your team. From here you have a much better angle than your team. And you could be in all these spots. As Soldier, you want to utilize mobility. You don't want to play like a torp turret, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm playing Soldier, rarely am I just sitting there with my tanks like this. Okay, good kill. At this point, you don't have to, what's it called? You don't have to run back to your team. I think that's probably one of your biggest issues as Soldier. Is you think, okay, he's simple gunman. Let me play simple gunman with my team and shoot enemy tank. That's not going to get you too much value. If you're going to do that, ooh, careful picking the hog. If you're going to do that, if you're going to just stick with your team, you might as well play something like Junkrat to just, or like McCree to peel for your team. But doing that as Soldier is bad because you're not utilizing your mobility. Anyway, right here you kind of walk in front of your tanks and you take LOS of the hog hook. If you see that hog there, like, give me 1 second, I'm gonna show you. If you see this hog right here, I'm backing up. There's no reason to peek him right here. Obviously, he missed, but a better hog would have killed you. This kind of ties into my main point. Don't rely on your shield as Soldier. As anybody, honestly. Don't rely on your shield. One, teammates are unreliable at a low rank. Two, teammates have bad shield management at a low rank. Like, playing behind your shield is not going to accomplish a ton. Okay, I like the fact that you're trying to go for like an off angle. Good. It's just you could get so much more aggressive with these off angles. And you should be. Is playing Soldier like really passive? Yeah, you're dealing a decent bit of damage. You probably have like gold damage, but I think literally 0 kills. Like you're probably sitting at 4k damage, 0 kills. No, okay, not 4k. I like that you're waiting for your team to regroup, but again, I don't like the really passive position. So your ult is really bad. Especially when you use it to shoot a fucking whole hog, because if you're using ultimate, yeah, you're hitting every shot, but you can't headshot, and Roadhog is easy to hit. So at that point, I would rather just burst him down with my regular fire than ultimate, because ultimate at that point will deal like reduced damage, basically. Another thing, you don't really want to ult when no one on your team is engaged. For example, your Zarya's over here, sure, your Sigma's going in, but you still got people back at the choke. And you're just like really separated from like kind of everybody, honestly. You're just in a really rough spot. You kind of just solo ulted a Roadhog who you could have hit with normal fire. Again, if you had went to the enemy backline, the high ground, and we're shooting from there, where almost nobody can contest you, you would be popping. You would be on second point by now, 100%. If you just made that simple change. Nice kill. I don't think I'm going to review the whole game, because it's 15 minutes long. It's already been 6 of review. Alright, here, again, same thing. You're running directly in with your team, instead of going to the high ground up top behind the enemies. I know it's kind of repetitive what I'm saying, but I want you to realize how many opportunities you had this game to kind of do something different. Like, this is okay. This is better than what you've been doing, because it's an aggressive flank angle. You have the helix field to keep you alive if you have better movement. I'm not too upset with that flank. Was it ideal? Hell no. Ideal would have been going to the enemy high ground and being up there uncontested. But this isn't terrible. Not ideal, but not terrible. I think you guys end up taking this point because the game is 14 minutes long. So I think I'll review the first half of offense.
Thank you for your contribution.
So when your ball goes in and slams, you kind of want to focus his slam target. Here's why. One, Wrecking Ball is also probably going to be focusing his slam target. So for you to force any kind of focus in a solo queue ladder game, really good. Additionally, they're slammed up, so they really can't move as well, which makes them really easy to hit. That's why focusing a Wrecking Ball pile drive target as Soldier is really good. Oops. That Torb should die. He's no cover near him. Good job. At this point, move up with your tanks. Move up with your tanks. If your tanks are making that space, you go up with them. Like, you don't have to sit on their ass, but if you see that your tanks are engaged, you kind of want to be engaged with them. Good helix field, or healing field. Wait for the deflect. He should die. He has no dash, you got him. Good job. You see your team just drop the beat, you know they're gonna get aggressive with them. Good job, good job, good job. Now, why wouldn't I take a flank angle at this point? Let me talk about when I would and when I wouldn't. Sometimes I would take a flank angle is if I notice we're losing 1 or 2 fights in a row and we kind of need to shake some shit up. I'll maybe try to go for a pick on their backline with Soldier. Additionally, another reason to go for a flank is if there's like a lot of viable high ground behind the enemy and they don't have much to contest you. Such as first point, they really only had a BAP and a Widow to jump up to you, and I think as Soldier, you and that duel both against both characters. So taking high ground at first point would be a much better idea. Now, what was I gonna say? Sometimes to not take flank angles is if the enemy has a lot of characters who could take high ground, such as if they have dive tanks and you go for an off angle, they can easily just collapse on you and then go to their next target. At that point, against a dive, I would try to stay kind of closer to my team and just help peel for my team with my healing field and, you know, general damage. Another time, such as now, is you guys have a 6v5. You outnumber the enemy. You could kind of just brute force your way through the core of the enemy team. So I hope you're not going for a flanking angle right now. Don't. Oh my god. So those are red. So I thought they were enemy mines, but I realized it's the replay thing. Again, at this point, 6v4? No, 5v4. Probably dead here. Okay. What would I have done differently there? So, I like the fact that you kind of stayed with your team when you had a numbers advantage. You lost the ultimates there, but I think you made the right play there. I'm not gonna, what's it called? I'm not gonna say you should have flanked because, like, you had a 6v4. You guys should have won that all off of numbers. You don't want to stand still. You do a lot of standing still. Your left stick should always be moving, bro. Like, always, just at least some kind of small wiggle. So the projectile characters, they're Genji, they're Torb, they don't have the easiest fucking time to shoot you in the head. Alright, you're ulting when you're down 2. Really bad. Ulting down 2. Your team's not engaged. There's no reason to ult here. I don't know if you knew you were down 2, but if I see something in the kill feed, my brain like instantly registers it and counts it. So if I see someone on my teammate, up it's a 5v6. Someone else on my team dies, up 4v6. No reason to ult. You're not going to win this fight. Additionally, before you want to ult, make sure you press, I don't know if you're on PS4 or Xbox, press the right bumper / R1 directly before you press Y or triangle. So the reason you do that, there's an animation for putting down helix field, and there's an animation for turning on your visor. If you do the canister animation while you, like, right before you press your visor, it cancels the canister animation. So you could kind of get an instant canister with no animation, and it's really good for keeping you up during your ultimate. That extra 40 healing per second comes up clutch a lot.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
The enemy has Blade coming up. Your team doesn't have many ults. Good job focusing on that Genji. He overextends a lot. You're getting good damage in. Like, you're getting plenty of damage. Now, here, what you can do, if you really want to, you could take top left this whole... It's kind of a long pathway. But, if you really want to, you can come over here, duel this Genji, who's half HP. You can hit the mini though. And you can come all the way up top. And this is a decent angle for you. It's just be careful for hooks. This is much closer to the enemy than taking the enemy high ground on first point at King's Row. Let's see. Okay, this is an okay angle. It's just it kind of becomes the same angle as your team. You see the Genjis on you. You want to either come towards your team or put a heal field down and duel him. It looks like you do that, but you kind of just get shit on by everything in general. I think you made the right play there. It's just your movement was a little straight ahead. If you had thrown some jukes in there, you probably would have lived. So I don't really know what to say there except you know, move better, but that doesn't really help. That's not helpful advice. I think that's the end of the round for you. Yep. Okay. So that's gonna be an end of VoD review. Let's go over main points. Number 1, as soldier, utilize the fuck out of your mobility. You do not, most of the time, you do not want to be in the same spot as your tanks. Except against dive, I would say. Against most other comps, you could separate from your team. You'll win almost any duel as soldier because you have heal field. That basically makes you 350 HP. Helix Rocket is a big burst of damage in a duel. So you're allowed to separate, and if 1 or 2 people come for you, you should be able to either kill them or escape with your legs. So always abuse your mobility, get some more off angles. Your ultimates were really, really bad this game. 1, you want to make sure your teammates engaged. Your tanks are engaged. This way they're taking attention, they're taking cooldowns, etc. And 2, you want to go for squishies. Bap, Moira, Genji, Torb, whoever. You want to focus them with your ultimate. Whereas, look, you focus Roadhog, and then the other one, your other ultimate, you kind of just got shit on ASAP. Don't forget the little animation cancel thing I taught you with, you know, pressing the right bumpers before pressing triangle / Y. What was that? That's 2 points, which is off angling. Oh, third point is kind of a mechanical thing. Try to pulse your fire a little bit more. So if I'm playing on console, it looks like you're doing a lot of this, whereas you should be doing more of this. Like you want to let your finger off the trigger every now and then to reset your spread and make your shots more precise. That's gonna be the end of the first half VoD review. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll post this on Reddit. I'll put it in your post. If anyone else sees this and wants a VoD review, just message me. My Discords are going to be in the description. With all that being said, I'm going to head out. Peace.